Well, good afternoon. A cold day in Carlisle. All right, so our purpose today of going up is to do the ADS-B flight verification flight, and I'll talk more about that once we get out here. But it should be a pretty good day. We've got a ceiling up around 25,000 feet, and yeah, for the most part, good visibility. So it should be a good day since we've got to go up to initially 10,500 feet. And then we'll shoot up to around 11,500 feet, and then we'll carry out from there. So we got one aircraft here in the pattern, so we're gonna give the airplane a chance to warm up, get some avionics here checked, and get on our way.
Roger, 46 Echoes, left base.
We're going to tune in Carlisle here since we'll be returning to Carlisle. And our airport identifier here at Carlisle is N94.
Carlisle.
I'm going to activate that.
28, full stop, Carlisle.
And we'll bring up our trusty 4 flight. Good little tool to have in place. It looks like we got our ADS-B traffic floating around us, so that's the beauty of ADS-B. Going through our normal run up here, checking out, make sure everything is functioning well in the engine end. Good pressure, good amps. Oil temp is in the green arc. All right.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa holding at Alpha for back taxi departure, Carlisle.
Carlisle traffic, 46 Echo, back taxi to Delta, one here.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa back taxi in 28, Carlisle.
All right, so we're gonna go out here. It is definitely a 2-8 day. We've got a decent wind out of the west. And with ADS-B, we need to fly a pretty perfect flight here, so we're going to see what we can pull off today.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa departing 28 Carlisle to the west. Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa departing the pattern to the west, Carlisle.
Starcopter 26868, report reaching at 2,500.
Okay, we're at a 1,900. We'll call level 2,500 for 868.
Harrisburg approach, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa, Harrisburg approach, Harrisburg altimeter 3001.
3001, 25 Sierra Papa's out of Carlisle. We're actually going up to do the ADS-B flight compliance test and looking to be west of Carlisle at around 10,500 feet. Just want to be able to check in and get some altitude verification.
November 25 Sierra Papa, squawk 0327.
0327, 25 Sierra Papa.
Zero 327, that's my birthday. We're going to go up to 10,500 feet, I say again. Go up and do some maneuvers for about 10 minutes. We're going to stay above 10,500 feet for exactly 30 minutes. And after that 30-minute period, we are going to return back down to pattern altitude, land the plane, and then we're going to submit it to the FAA. They're going to basically review it, make sure we did everything to spec. And once they confirm,
November 238 Delta Charlie.
Once they confirm that we did everything exactly as they expected, we're going to be able to receive a $500 rebate.
Services provided.
This ADS-B flight verification, I don't know. I've got two different thoughts on it. I mean, it's a little bit of a hook and lure type of scenario. You invest a lot of money into an ADS-B, which definitely gives you some great functionality.
Yard 4418.
Being able to see air traffic and weather and a few other things. But for the $7,000 plus that you invest into it, the $500 rebate is kind of a moot point.
647 Sierra Papa, take off 01, close track.
We're basically just acting as guinea pigs as pilots to test this out for the FAA and give it basically a proof of concept. Everybody is mandatory to have ADS-B.
Sierra Papa, say altitude.
5,500 feet.
November 5 Sierra Papa, radar contact 10 miles west of Carlisle Airport, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR, 25 Sierra Papa.
November 8 Delta Charlie, contact Capital City Tower 119.5.
19.5, 8 Delta Charlie.
So basically, you know, with ADS-B, I think in the future, it's going to be a tracking process for the FAA to make some money. I've heard of guys so far that, you know, throughout this test have gotten a failure for taxiing too fast, because if you exceed a certain limit, it shows up as the aircraft is in the air, on the ground, and you know, that would be a reason for the FAA to kind of ding you and send you a little fine in the mail, I think, someday. But maybe I'm being a little negative on that, but for right now, we look at the positives, and it is definitely a significant safety factor to have this device in the plane.
Brickyard 4418, contact New York Center 120.02.
And it's going to definitely be a big part of the new next generation system. So we're definitely getting slower and slower. The joys of climbing in a 172, but luckily we're doing it on a nice cold day with a pretty good headwind.
Traffic 7 Sierra Papa, base 01 Harvard.
Unfortunately, I am a poor pilot. I don't have two GoPros, but I'm currently moving along here at about 85, 90 knots, climbing at about 500 feet a minute. I'm currently at 7,400 feet, and we'll level off at 8,000 as ATC had requested, and then we'll continue our climb to 10,500. Right now, just maintaining a heading of west.
Traffic 7 Sierra Papa, final 01 Harvard.
Basically, when we first get up here, we level off 10,500. I'm going to start a stopwatch and make sure we get our full 30 minutes up here. But we're going to do several different 360-degree turns at a slow rate of speed, maintaining altitude. Eventually, when we complete all those turns, we're gonna go ahead and start some climbing procedures. That's where we'll go up to 11,500 feet.
Traffic helicopters left base 26, Jersey.
And we can descend from 11,500 back down to 10,500 and then back up to 11,500. And then at that point, we'll just burn time until we hit that 30-minute mark and head back towards Carlisle. All right, we're at 9,500 feet, just crawling up here.
Number 6250, Papa, walk 1130. 1130 for 250, Papa. Challenge cargo 2046, contact the New York Center 1.
We have a headwind right now that is just excruciating. Our ground speed right now is
Sierra Pop turning base 01 Harper.
57 knots, people. I mean,
Regal traffic, Cherokee 23.
it's just living the dream.
1 for 31, Regal.
Number 6250, Pop, where's the destination at the end of your airwork? We're going to turn around going back to N94. We'll be up above 10,000 for about 30 minutes.
7 Sierra
What
Pop.
type aircraft?
01 Harper.
Skyhawk 172. Alaska 32, direct Lancaster. Direct Lancaster, Alaska 32.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and start.
Etihad 131, descend and maintain 13,000, Harrisburg altimeter 3001.
Descend altitude 13,003 is 001, Etihad 131 heavy.
Start some turns here.
Harper traffic 7 Sierra Pop turning final 01 Harper.
We're going to basically hold 70 knots.
New York Center, good evening. November 275 Bravo, 9,500. 245 Bravo, New York Center, Harrisburg altimeter 3001.
Five enters 120.
32, cross 30 miles west of Lancaster, flight level 180.
30 west of Lancaster at 180, Alaska 32.
Alaska 32, I just want to confirm it was 30 west, 30.
Roger, 30 west, 30 west at flight level 180, Alaska 32.
Thank you. Etihad 131, cross day fix at 12,000.
Cross traffic to 12,000, Etihad 131 heavy, welcome. Air Shuttle 6197, 21.8 for 18,000 at Giraffe.
Air Shuttle 6197, New York Center, Roger.
We're just doing a nice 30-degree bank here, 360-degree turn. Back to 270, holding 70 knots, 11,500 feet. I went 1,000 higher than I originally wanted to, but that's okay. We'll do our descents and back up, and we'll mix it up a little bit. All right, we're going to start a left-hand turn here, 360, a 30-degree bank, maintaining 11,500. Like anything, you trim the airplane out. I mean, it does everything for you. I don't need to sit here and hold it. I'm trimming it out, letting it do its thing, just monitoring everything. We're going to go ahead and start our left-hand turn. Another 360, holding 11,500 feet, maintaining 70 knots. No more than a 30-degree bank. We're going to have a bunch of circles in the sky today.
5591 out of flight level 200 for 210.
Blue Street 5591, New York Center.
When we come back here to 270 again, we'll level off.
Contact the New York Center 120.
We'll do our 1-minute flight.
2002 American 1699, good day.
And then we'll head down to 10,500.
16, you see direct Lancaster, cross 30 west of Lancaster, flight level 180.
Descending at only 500 feet a minute.
Hold up. Direct Lancaster 30 west of Lancaster, 180, American 716.
American 754 checking in, so 28-1 for 250 Kofax. American 754, Nixon, roger.
All right, we're leveling off west again. So our turns are completed. We don't need to do any more turns. Well, for the test. Something tells me we'll have to do a few turns to get home.
Minute.
Go back up to 11,500.
297 across Colfax at 250. Southwest 3282, Nixon, roger. Well, your ride's been at descent. Should be smooth.
And after that, we'll burn some time because we've got 15 more minutes we got to be up here. So we've got to be above 10,000 feet in Class E airspace, excuse me, for 30 minutes.
Fox Bravo, further advisories, contact the New York Center 120.02. All right, 120.02, 7 Foxtrot Bravo. You have a great day. Good day.
Still maintaining that 2,000, or I'm sorry, that heading at 270. And we've got 300 feet to go. We'll level off. We're going to return to cruise speed.
Blue Street 5591 traffic, 1 o'clock and 10 miles eastbound Airbus leaving 230 for 220.
Got him on TCAS looking, Blue Street 5591.
American 754 traffic, 1 to 2 o'clock, 10 miles northbound regional jet level is flight level 210.
We're looking American 751, 754.
All right, so...
Blue Street 5591, contact the New York Center 132.87.
3287, 5591.
New York Center 250, Papa, just verifying altitude is showing 10,500 feet.
I'm showing you 10,600.
250, Papa, thank you.
And Cleveland, Bonanza, 7 Foxtrot Bravo. I think I got that frequency wrong for New York.
27 Fox Bravo, you can contact the New York Center 120.02, 2002.
All right, 12002, 7 Foxtrot Bravo. Have a great day.
Good day.
Okay, so we are now level at 10,500 feet. We're going to fly this for 1 minute. And time-wise, we're doing good. We're at 16 minutes. We have flaps retracted. We're back to normal cruise speed.
Southwest 3282, clear direct Lancaster, cross 30 miles west of Lancaster, flight level 180.
Direct Lancaster, cross 30 west of Lancaster, flight level 180, Southern 3282.
American 754, cross 30 miles west of Lancaster, flight level 180.
Okay, 30 west of Lancaster at 180, American 754.
Air Shuttle 6021, contact Stone Approach 126.1, good day.
126.1, Air Shuttle 6021.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and go back up to 11,500 feet.
12002, American 754.
We're going to climb at VY speed. Holding a good VY speed at 500 feet a minute. We're at 11,100 feet. We got 18 minutes on the clock. I am going to play it safe and we're going to stay up here for 35 minutes. It'd be pretty terrible to get back and submit this report and say, oh, 25 Sierra Papa, you were only up for 29 minutes and 30 seconds. After that, I would just go ahead and call it quits for the day and turn in my pilot's license. I have so many people ask me, what is it that you love about flying? It's quite simple. It's escaping the stresses and the craziness from down below. Up here I see beautiful God country. I don't see any litter. I don't see ugly power lines. I'm a stickler for power lines. I think they're ugly. I guess I'm weird. It's just beautiful to come up here. To be able to see the sunset, the rolling mountains. But there's of course the beauty of just being able to get places quickly. And I am certainly not a rich man, so anybody can do this. You definitely have to buckle down, and it takes a while. You go through all the training, and of course my goal is to eventually work my way up to commercial, my commercial license as well as CFI, so I can actually be an instructor. My main reason for being an instructor is I'd love to be able to someday, if my kids want to, Austin and Evan ever want to fly, I can train them, which will definitely save them a lot of money compared to what I had to put out.
Table 7534, clear direct Lancaster.
Direct to Lancaster, Maple 7534.
Table 7534, contact the New York Center 120.02.
12002, Maple 7534, so long.
I always welcome people to come up and fly with me, so if I eventually post this on Facebook and you're one that has been wanting to go up in a small plane or have gone up before and want to go up again, just message me. A lot of times I'm going up and it might just be myself and Austin and Evan, and I've got an extra seat, and if it's a good timing, I have no problem with anybody ever riding along.
New York Center, Blue Streak 5562, 21-3, climbing 230.
Blue Streak 5562, New York Center, roger.
We're at 25 minutes. I think once we roll out here, we'll level off for a minute or two, and then we can go ahead and we'll start our descent back into Carlisle. Like I said, though, I want to maintain that at least 35 minutes up here to play it safe.
18-300 knots or greater.
Welcome down to 1597.
American 1804, maintain 300 knots.
One of the two primary things that you do as a private pilot while we're up here flying is you always keep your eyes outside the plane. Here, you know, regardless whether this new technology is kicking in and we can see airplanes on the iPad and so forth, we can have ATC to kind of keep an eye out for us as well. We always want to keep our eyes outside the plane. The other thing is you always want to scan your instruments. You want to keep an eye on that oil pressure and oil temp, and fuel gauges, everything.
Flight level 180, Wisconsin 4049.
Having that rotation, that scan is very important, and then along that you've got to obviously keep an eye on your navigation, where you're going. It's very easy to get spoiled using autopilot and GPS and looking at that screen,
contact the New York Center 120.02.
but you can also very quickly
2002.5977.
find yourself with an instrument failure
Maintain flight level 190.
and not know where the heck you are.
90 for 892 Sierra Bravo.
So ground references are always important. You're always just kind of keeping your eye open for towns and
Sierra Bravo X.
large rivers, large pond or large lakes and so forth. It's all key things to be looking at. All right, we are at 30 minutes right now, 29:30. We're going to turn back 180 degrees to 180. Or, I'm sorry, 90. Get your head out of the clouds. And we'll start our descent here shortly.
3001.
713,000, decoy 882, 001.
Blue Streak 5562, contact the New York Center 132.87, good day.
3287, Blue Streak 5562.
American 1804 is out of 21 for 30 this side at 18.
New York Center Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa, we are completed with our test and would like to go ahead and fly back to Carlisle.
6250 Sierra Papa, roger, and you can proceed as requested.
Proceed to Carlisle, 25 Sierra Papa, thank you.
we are going to reduce our airspeed. We are going to do a descent at 500 feet a minute, as well as a turn back to Carlisle. All right, descending through 10,000 now, and
November 6250 Papa, contact Harrisburg approach 124.1, good day.
24-1, we appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Nice, slowly again, please.
Harrisburg, good afternoon. Archer 55 Mike Delta is with you, 7,500 Oscar.
November 625 Sierra Papa, Harrisburg approach. Harrisburg altimeter 3000, and you landing Carlisle?
It's affirmative, Carlisle, and 3000 on the altimeter.
5 Sierra Papa, Roger, continue your descent for Carlisle.
So that completes our test. We'll see if we pass it. I am going to basically head back down now. We're going to land, and then I'm going to go on to the FAA's website, and I will be submitting a request with the N number. That N number will go out and verify or attach to our basically our transponder to let us know let them know who we are and what report we're trying to pull. And that report is going to get and then sent. We're going to verify if it's a passed report or not, and then send that off to the rebate site. So we'll submit that, and then we'll wait for our rebate to come in the mail. I would personally tell anybody that does watch this, that wants to do this rebate, if you do this once, and for whatever reason, transponder's not calibrated, something, you're just off your game and you did something wrong in flight, I wouldn't go out and do it a second time. Honestly, you're talking $500. If by the time you get up here and you do that twice, and you're up here for an hour, you burn the fuel, your hobs time, oil, everything, it just does not make sense to me to come up here and try and fight to get this thing passed. For a little $500. I mean, I get in the scheme of things, yes, $500 is $500. It's money, but it's not worth chasing after when you've got to spend a good bit of money to do it. So. So accept it for what it is. If you pass it or fail it, hopefully it will not be a problem. What I basically did is I contacted AOPA. Of course, for those who don't know AOPA, it's one of the largest aircraft private pilot associations. And I contacted the FAA, and I basically said, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. This is my plan. Does it meet your requirements? And both responses I got back via email. Make sure you get it via email. Everything in writing. Talking about government workers here. Get it in writing that everything clears. I'm happy if I end up putting this video on YouTube. Also putting my checklist that I used today up there as well, so you can print it off. I mean, you can see I printed it off, laminated. I had everything kind of as well planned as possible. And take it along with you and go knock it out, get it done. I think the initial phase of this is really a great thing for general aviation. I'm a huge fan of technology. It's my career. I should be. I draw a fine line though for technology and aviation. As pretty as it is to look at a nice glass panel, G1000 panel, there's a lot that can go wrong there too. I like having my good old steam instruments, I won't lie. A little technology is nice. I do utilize the iPad a lot. It's great for checking in on weather and approach plates, and anybody that says the iPad is more dangerous than trying to unfold an aeronautical map, I don't know, I disagree. You're going to see the aeronautical maps phase out, and iPad is going to be your thing. iPad, Androids. And they make some great tools for the iPad. I mean, you can get something, and I was just talking to a few of the other investors of this airplane about getting as a flight stream. It's a device that many new airplanes have today. It allows you to Bluetooth your iPad directly into your Garmin 430, GPS, any GPS for the most part, and upload flight plans, make changes in flight. So it definitely can be a very, very useful tool, and allow you to keep your eyes outside of the plane more, focusing on the instruments. I don't think there's much worse than flying along and not paying attention, that all of a sudden your oil pressure's dropping or your temps creeping up on you, and not recognizing that. I've luckily never had anything like that happen. God forbid that ever does happen. As a pilot, you're trained to work through those things. Probably one of the reasons I like small planes so much. I can put this thing anywhere if I want it. If I have to ditch this in a cornfield, there's a pretty darn good chance I'm going to be walking around, walking away from it without a Band-Aid, without the need of a Band-Aid. But even so, though, it's not anybody that gets themselves in a position where they need to put an airplane down. I think a lot of pilots, especially younger pilots, are so worried about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna destroy the plane. Destroy the plane. As long as you can walk away from it, it doesn't matter what that plane looks like. It's just a matter of being able to walk away from it. That airplane can be it can be completely grounded, airworthiness taken away, for all I care. That's why you have insurance. But the life of you and others comes first. There is no need to worry about getting that plane down smooth. Hey, if you can, great. If you can save it with little damage,
And Harrisburg, 5 Mike Delta, I'd like to start a
go for it.
5 Mike Delta, you can be on a descent at your discretion.
Take it.
What I was going to say, though, prior to that air traffic alert, was on the iPad, and I can't speak for Garmin Pilot, but speaking of ForeFlight, there's an option you can see on the ForeFlight where it's going to show you a satellite view of what's below you. And I think this is a neat feature on a couple different levels. It's basically Google Maps in all reality. But take this scenario into matter here. If you're flying at nighttime, which I do a lot of, I like flying at night. And all of a sudden that engine goes out, you can't get it restarted, and you got to put the plane down. You can't see anything below you. You don't know what's down there. You got an idea. Yeah, if you're tracking yourself properly on a section, you've got an idea about where you're at. But really, to locate a cornfield, you can't exactly look on a map and say, oh, there's a cornfield. At nighttime, if you are down and you have a cellular signal on your hold on one second here. You have a cellular signal on your iPad. You can pull that Google Maps view up, and you can see a perfect image of what was below you at one point. And yeah, you can pick a cornfield out. I know. I'm sorry. I'm stopping here, but I also got a plane to fly.
50 Papa traffic, no factors. Overtake to the airport now. Radar service is terminated. Squawk VFR for exchange approved. See you later.
Frequency change approved. 25 Sierra Papa. Take care.
Such at 822 to send maintain 3000. Yours 12 o'clock and 2 miles.
Roger, send 3000. We're looking for the airport exit at 820.
Cessna 348 is 15 to the northeast on VORDME. Direct.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa is about 5 miles to the west. Will be entering on a 45 left downwind for 28 Carlisle.
But basically what I'm saying is use that Google Maps view on the ForeFlight at nighttime. Look at what's below you. You could certainly use that as a gauge to find a field. You can't guarantee it's going to be perfect, but it's better than nothing. And when you get down low enough, you've got your lights on. If you can still have power on, that is, you're gonna have a better chance of putting yourself in a good position to land safely. But that is definitely a concern at nighttime. You don't have much visibility to what's below you.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa's on a 45 for left downwind, 28 Carlisle.
So Carlisle, we got to get down to pattern altitude, which is 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet, that is.
Botanical Springs traffic, coming 795 Golf Alpha. Final for runway 27.
Hey, Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa is turning left downwind, 28 Carlisle. Carlisle traffic, 25 Sierra Papa turning final, 28 Carlisle.
Got a pretty good breeze. Evan would be going, whee! He'd sound like the Geico pig right now. Okay, we're maintaining that 60 knots, just staying straight down that runway. And nice and smooth, center line. Put it down. We'll let it bleed off some airspeed. We'll apply our brakes.
Carlisle traffic, 25 Sierra Papa back taxiing 28 Carlisle to Alpha.
And remember, taxi slow. That slow taxi could be enough to fail this. So we wanted to have a nice slow taxi back. It's our runway, so there's no reason to hurry. If you have any questions regarding this ADS-B flight compliance, I'm no expert. I'm not an employee of the FAA, but I've done enough research that I think I can be of help to you if you have any questions. And I certainly recommend and support the fact of contacting FAA directly and AOPA. They were fantastic people to work with. Very, very helpful.
Carlisle traffic, Skyhawk 25 Sierra Papa's clear the active 28 Carlisle Alpha.
So come up here, we'll spin it around, we'll shut this down, get it back in its nice comfy hangar, non-heated, freezing hangar. I can go home and have some hot chocolate. So long.